of fan anticipation for this one, and rightfully so. A really interesting matchup, and a lot of people focused on this kickboxer trying to make a real concerted run at UFC Gold.
Yeah, he's trying to make a run at a championship. We have seen him compete at the highest level in kickboxing and done very, very well. But how does he implement that fight style in the mixed martial arts? We're going to find out very soon if he can do everything he did there inside the UFC's octagon.
Certainly in our fighter meeting, he talked a lot about his wrestling and grappling improvements, but he knows what the fans want to see, and that is to see him striking against this opponent here tonight. Well, there's always a special feeling when Khamzat Chimaev makes the walk, whether at welterweight or at middleweight. This man has proven to be a real problem and really has lived up to all the hype and then some, dating to his 2020 UFC debut.
It's so hard for you to meet expectation, much less exceed it.
Right.
Khamzat Chimaev has exceeded the expectations set for him when he made his UFC debut. He has been nothing short of a buzzsaw, just going through guys at a rate that not anyone could have expected. What a fantastic fighter we get to watch every time we see Khamzat in the octagon.
And of course, many people harken back to the Gilbert Burns fight in 2022, the consensus fight of that year in which Chimaev was challenged and still rose to the occasion. We'll see how he fares tonight. Tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Hernandez. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Khamzat Chimaev.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
Good to have you with us tonight from T-Mobile Arena, the home of the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, and the building in which DC shot some of the MMA world at UFC 226, but this venue...
Bad!
Double jab there by Chimaev. Goes for the early takedown, no problem there. Seamless transition to half guard there.
Unbelievable how quickly he was able to slice that leg through to get to the half guard.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
Huge ground strikes. Oh, big shots from the top. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
Watch armbar here. What a tight armbar.
Oh, he's got a strong grip on that arm.
He's starting to extend the elbow.
Continuing to work for a submission here.
He's going to have to fight to get this in. submission and very tight, but as it started to slip, he went right back to the dominant position.
90 seconds now to go in round one. Well, the ground and pound has been working for him. Nice job here by Fluffy Hernandez. All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches.
Oh, heavy shots continue to rain down. Going for the arm here. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC. He might get a finish here. Oh, he's out.
He actually escaped. Look, I gotta stop writing these dudes obituaries, man. I always think they're done. Surprise me.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Hernandez. Second round, straight ahead. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out into the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
All right, round two. Watch the strike and then counters with a beautifully placed hook. Nice job.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, that's a big right hand that got through. All right, well, perhaps he has a point to prove. Perhaps there's a hip injury, but this man's UFC career has been defined by the takedown. He hasn't attempted a single one tonight.
He hasn't even attempted it. It's very surprising, and honestly, for a guy that enjoys the wrestling, very disappointing. Because to me, it seems like he doesn't want to put the effort out there tonight to try and secure takedowns. You take a lot of risk by not using your best skill, and you almost put your opponent on your level by being limited.
Well, maybe he can hear us. Bro, if you don't attempt a takedown, DC's going to pull out his cellular telephone and start watching collegiate wrestling.
Oh.
So, change levels. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here.
That was nice.
Good, solid strike on the ground. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
He's got to be careful here. He's got to be careful here.
Man, that is loud. Another strike lands for the kickboxer. He really found that flow state pretty early in this fight, and he hasn't looked back.
He found it really early. And when this guy gets into his groove, he is hell on wheels. And right now he is showing why he is such a high-level, high-regarded kickboxer. He is outclassing this guy.
Fluffy Hernandez ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Chimaev.
Ref won't help here. Because the referee will never take a guy out of mount They will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Sit down. Take a deep breath. Now listen, we probably lost that round. The only reason we lost it is because you're waiting on him. I need you to be first.
Boom! Body kick right there, landed perfect.
All right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at some of the action in that round, DC, and he had his takedown game going early and often.
Yeah, he had it going great. I mean, he did a great job of finding his entries, rushing to his finishes before his opponent could react and defend him. He should be very proud of the work he did over the course of that last round.
And that one certainly found the target. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that.
He's got to try to finish here. That's another change.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut is opened up. Now he's going full mount. Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side. Drop. Oh, my goodness.
He'll win it by submission.
Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Well, everybody in this arena still digesting this result. What a win for him tonight, and he gets it done by submission, no less.
He said he was going to get it done by submission. To watch an athlete call his shot is always fun. He should be very proud.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
We send it inside now to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 19 seconds of round number 3. For the winner by submission, Anthony Hernandez!
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground,